feeling inadequate, right? I oftentimes ask God, why did you choose me? I come from a very intellectual place. I come from a place where in my circles, not my circles of friends, but in my circles as far as position, are a lot of intellectually strong individuals. Degrees, masters, dealing with people to where that affects my money as well. I wrestled with, and sometimes I wrestle with now, that God, they're smarter than me. They're more prominent than me. I don't feel like I'm adequate enough to serve you. God always uses the person who don't have a bunch of stuff at the end of their name because they have nothing to bank their life on. So what happens is people put more trust in their education than they do God. They put more trust in who their family is more so than God. They put their trust in everything else because that supports them. But when you're a man or a woman, that only thing that you have behind you is God, you're dangerous. The reason why the devil wants you to feel inadequate, because he wants you to feel like, well, since I'm inadequate, I'm gonna isolate myself. Or since that I'm not even smart enough, I'm not even holy enough. Christians have a poor way of making babes in Christ or believers feel like they're not worth to even be around them, let alone be around God. So when man makes their life more holy than God, people start depicting God as a God that doesn't want people around him because his own people don't. That's why I tell people, if you're watching me online in this room, you don't judge a faith by the followers of the faith. You judge a faith by the one who established it. You don't judge Christianity based upon Christians. You judge it based upon what the Christ has said. So if the Christ says that while you was yet a sinner, I died for you, that any man that be in Christ, any woman that be in Christ is a new creature, and behold, all things are becoming new, all things being passed away. I switched it up, remixed it. But what I'm trying to say is, despite what they do, know that you're loved. I do what I do because I'm loved. When a person knows they're loved, they begin to love themselves, and then they will begin to distribute their love the right way. But when you feel inadequate, you'll begin to close. You want to close shop. There's been times where I wanted to quit Unplugged because I felt inadequate. That's stupid. Half of y'all be looking at me like, Josh, you better not quit. I got people online like, Josh, you better not stop it. I'd be like, man, I actually feel like stopping because I don't feel adequate. Listen, anytime you look at yourself, you will always get disappointed. That's why this man prophesied to me years ago. He says, your success or your downfall will be predicated on you either trusting who you are in Christ or trusting who you are in you. And what that means is, there was a time where a man said to me, he says, you're going to stand before people and you're going to transform in front of them. What happens with most of us is, preachers will get up in front of people, the presence of God hits us, we talk so dope, talk so good, and then we come off that high. So sometimes I wrestle between the preacher and the Josh. But when you know that both of them are both loved by God, you don't feel inadequate as much anymore. And the last one, knowing God's